You need tickets to that next event? We've got them. That's right, tickets.12ozsports.com. Get you to any sporting event, concert, theater event that you can think of. And the promo code 12OZ or ROME gets you an additional discount. Don't feed the massive ticket corporate machine. Go to tickets.12ozsports.com and enjoy the show.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll a fuck gram like exam.
It's not really. It's not really the show. It's not really what just happened, but I mean, it kind of is. It always is. This is the March Madness live look-in. We've never done this, Michael. Thank you for filling in for the Falcon. This is the usual time slot for what just happened, but we're going to watch games. You can see a TV just to my right on your screen. I have a game behind the camera. We're going to talk some basketball. It's a very exciting time of year for sports fans. Probably, I mean, everybody's saying it. It's the best time of the year. I can't do a Trump. I can't
can't either.
Nobody can, except for Shane Gillis. How you doing, Mr. Michael? Thanks for joining me.
I'm good. I was able to get a quick sleeper in beforehand, but I caught a bit of the early stories. I'll say that. How about you, sir?
Well, I'm very proud of you. You interviewed Christian Del Bianco of the National Lacrosse League today, and then you got a little nap in, and then you, Mr. Dedication to 12-ounce Sports, decided Falcon can't make the show tonight, but he may actually call in. So here you are, and I appreciate it. And now we're going to watch some March Madness. I've got, I think the Tennessee game is going to come up right by my face here. I'm watching Gonzaga against Georgia. They're up 23. But the big news so far, two things of big news. A, McNeese State beat Clemson barely, even though they had like a 21-point lead. But yours truly had McNeese State winning that game. I am at 100% still. I'm at 100%.
Applause?
My bracket's still 100%.
You know, over 55% of brackets got busted after that Creighton game. The first game.
Creighton I had also. So, I mean, not to burst anybody's bubble, but my bracket will probably burst here soon. But I am 100%. I don't think I've ever made it, and I don't want to jinx myself. I don't think I've ever made it through day one with 100% bracket, even though I am the gamble fella. Now, I'm a Purdue grad, Michael. This might shock you.
Ooh.
I have McNeese State going to the Sweet 16, which means they have to beat who? Purdue.
Oh, boo.
I actually have McNeese State going to the Sweet 16, and I'm halfway there.
Can we talk about them? Because I'll be honest, there are so many sports I consume. One of them is not regular season college basketball. I mean, I called a couple Cooper Flag, but I never saw McNeese State play this year. That defense they play is remarkable. I don't see how you switch from man-to-man to a 2-3 zone in the same possession over and over. It's remarkable. They confused the heck out of Clemson, that Russian big man they were playing.
Yeah, and they actually kind of went viral this week, McNeese State, because of their team manager Amir Khan brings that big boom box out. Yeah. So they've become America's team in a very short amount of time. Now the crazy thing about it is they had like a 21-point lead in the second half, and Clemson, I guess, decided to start playing because Clemson was dismal.
Cracked the code.
Clemson was dismal in the first half. They had like 13 points or something like that.
They had 8 points and 7 turnovers at one point with like 8 minutes left.
Absolutely incredible. And folks, if you're watching, please chime in on YouTube or X. If you're watching us on Fire TV, you can't chime in. But we want to hear your comments of who you've got. Who do you have winning? Are you doing good so far? Is your bracket busted? Don't be afraid to chime in and let us know. My bracket's 100%. Mr. Karvelis, have you filled out a bracket?
I have 2 brackets plus a women's bracket because I'm a man of the people and of women. Women's
all right. Well, I think I'm going to stay at 100%. I'm pretty confident because Gonzaga has a 25-point lead right now on Georgia.
Yeah.
The TV.
I had Gonzaga in both brackets.
Okay. The TV in your view right here is going to be Tennessee here soon. What do they play? Wofford or something like that? Yes. Tennessee's coming up. It's very exciting. I'm bursting, Jerry. I'm bursting. We've already had an upset. We've already had an upset. McNeese State a 12 beat a 5. I had McNeese State. So the action's going to get going here soon.
Creighton's an upset too, technically.
Oh, come on. 8 versus 9 is not an upset. I want to hear people to the viewers, the listeners. I feel like I'm on radio 8 years ago. To the viewers on YouTube and X, that's the only 2 places where you're watching us live, you can chime in. Is an 8 versus 9, if the 9 wins, is that really an upset? I don't think it is. Don't be afraid to comment. We'll read it on the air. Pull up your bracket, Mr. Karvelis. Who do you got?
To win it all or just for the next few games?
Well, I actually want to know who your champion is. I'm going to turn the TV a little bit towards the audience. Tennessee's getting ready. We're going to show Tennessee kind of on the side screen here. You can't really see it, so I don't think we'll get dinged by YouTube.
It's your side chick.
The side chick. I got Gonzaga, Georgia behind the camera here. We're just trying not to get in trouble with YouTube, folks, but we're going to talk about these games. Both TVs are on commercial right now. Who do you got, Michael? Come on.
I got Duke in both brackets. Actually more. What?
No, you don't. Squirrel.
You don't like Duke?
Mike, you can't. If I burp, you can't stop talking. Go ahead.
You burp. Okay. So my final 4 in my bracket, I'm going to be most proud of if it happens. I've got Florida over Auburn. I've got Duke over Houston. I know, big chalk guy. And then I've got Duke to beat Florida. Yeah, in the final game.
So I did 2 brackets. My main bracket, the one that's 100% right now, I have Duke, but with an asterisk. I'm worried about Cooper Flag. This it could be bad, but I'll give you my final. He had
no pain, they said, last time I heard.
Yeah, I'll give you my final 4. In the bracket that I'm 100% right now. That I have to reiterate that because you just have to let people know. I have St. John's over Michigan State, and I have Duke over Tennessee, with Duke beating St. John's in the Final 4. I don't know if that's shocking or not. I saw somebody, a big name on TV in a pregame earlier, saying they had St. John's in the final also. I think St. John's, first of all, they have one of the greatest coaches ever. And then, they've proven they can play with anybody. So I think they're going to – and anything can happen in the tournament. Just like McNeese State had a 21-point lead with 15 minutes to go, they had to hold on to beat Clemson. Anything can happen.
Alabama State was giving Auburn a run for their money.
Well, yeah. Well, Auburn had a guy go down early in that game.
Yes, more. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, Gonzaga leads 85. Gonzaga's up 85-62 with 3 minutes to go. We could probably put the pin in that one. So Gonzaga's going to win that one. Again, if you're watching on YouTube or X, I want to know, because me and Michael kind of argued at the beginning of the show. is a 9 beating an 8 really considered an upset? I mean, I don't even know if it's technically considered an upset, but relatively speaking, I feel those teams are even 8 versus 9. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, well, I feel like a lot of teams are even. Do you think they? Here's a question: do you think they bracket them the way they do on purpose, or do you think they genuinely think they're the second best and the 15th best and all that stuff?
Oh no, I think the brackets are totally on purpose. I've heard that the committee.
Okay, that's what I feel like too.
Well, I've heard the committee doesn't like to have rematches, so they try to avoid rematches. Yeah, they do things like that. They like to pit that, like if the mid or small major team is a 13 or 14 seed, they'll put them in a bracket where they have to maybe, play their former coach. They do stuff like that. They really do. I don't like it, but that stuff happens. So 8 versus 9 to me is the committee saying you could interchange these rankings. Like, these teams are pretty much even. Let's see. Georgia's at the line. I mean, it's pretty much over. 2:50 to go. 87-62 Gonzaga. We're waiting on Tennessee right by my face. The kickoff.
I'm just happy that I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you right now, on both channels I go to.
What are you watching on?
Well, on Xfinity, I was on your screen. I was like 5 seconds ahead of that screen. Now I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you on Gonzaga, Georgia.
Well, I don't know. Do you want a cookie? I don't know what to tell you. I'm on YouTube TV.
Well, listen here, Mr. Perfect Bracket. Hold on now. Hey, I have a question for you. Because I do think this is a relevant story. It's fired up a lot of people. And I did look into the allegations of this young man from years ago. Will Wade, the coach of McNeese. Have you heard that story? He accepted the job at NC State before the tournament started.
Yeah, and I saw Jay Billis tweeted out a few hours ago. Jay Billis tweeted out a few hours ago, for all you people that want to hate on the players, just remember the coaches transfer portal is always open, and you can even accept new jobs as your team's currently in the tournament. Let's break that down for a minute. Look away from Snapchat for just 2 seconds.
No, I was sending the tweet to you so we can make sure we have it correctly and all that stuff.
Well, just read it. You're on the air with me.
Yeah,
bro.
You pretty much had it. Remember, the coaches' portal is always open. ... Funny how nobody complains about quote loyalty or quote tampering. That's reserved for players only. He's such a.
So my old ass did a pretty good job of paraphrasing that.
Yeah, yeah, you're good.
You got the scores.
That's what I was doing.
You got the scores scrolling by. You see 6:50, about 8 minutes. Wofford, Tennessee. I kind of like Wofford. I watched them in their conference championship game. They're fun to watch. Tennessee's going to kill them though. I think Tennessee's one of the hotter teams in the nation. They're sneaky dangerous. They're a 2 seed, obviously. I'm going to pull up my bracket real quick. As we're waiting for good games to start, because Gonzaga's leading 87-63 on Georgia, 2:07 to go. That's pretty much done with.
Oh, breakaway by Georgia. Wow.
Yeah. Dude, calm down. That's dumb. That's dumb talk right there. Okay. So we've got a round 2 matchup already settled. We have Auburn versus Creighton. Yeah, that should
Creighton
be a good
beat
one.
down Louisville now.
Yeah, they did. Do you think Louisville? Do you think Louisville is just slightly worse than Auburn? I mean, what are you feeling on that one?
Well, I mean, that depends. I haven't seen much. All I know is that what I saw from Auburn today, for much of that first half, even into the second half, I was very concerned because that Broom guy, basically, he's one of the best players in the country, wasn't hitting his threes, wasn't hitting his free throws, and was just being out hustled. And I know that sometimes you can say, well, they were playing down to their competition. Dude, bump all that. It's winner take all. Winner go home for one game.
Yeah.
Like this Broom guy is not. He's a post scoring rebounder. Like what? He's not a modern big. Like, what are we doing here?
In all fairness, he's not on a modern big, and I think that's kind of what Purdue's problem is. But in Auburn's defense, they did have a starter go down in the first half, so they were struggling. They got it together, and they won by 20. I mean, they were losing in the first half.
That guy who was hitting 3-pointers was incredible. I forgot his name.
Will they be okay? I don't know. I think they get through Creighton, but we shall see. Now, my 100% bracket, this is going to make you laugh. I have Yale versus Auburn in the Sweet 16. I have Yale beating Texas A&M, and I have them beating San Diego, which you told me before the show you had San Diego beating Michigan also. I don't know. I mean, I'm watching this action. I saw McNeese State before the tournament. I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of shooting for the stars, but it actually seems like it's possible at this point. In Yale, his name's escaping me, but he's number 4. He's a lefty. Dude can shoot the lights out. He's actually really damn good. Before we move on to a different topic or whatever, we do have another second round matchup. So we have Auburn, Creighton. We also have Purdue versus McNeese State. From what you saw today, any early thoughts on that one?
I'll
tell you because you're staring at your phone and preoccupied.
No, because I'm looking at the brackets. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm just messing with you, Michael. I'll tell you my initial thoughts. When Duke lost to Fairleigh Dickinson 2 years ago, no, I'm serious. I'm
15-2, right?
Try to be serious here.
Yeah.
Fairleigh Dickinson pressed the crap out of them, and they couldn't break the press. That's what McNeese State's going to do to them, and then they're going to create matchup problems. Now, I think Purdue's a little stronger down low. I don't know that Braden Smith can handle all these guards that McNeese State. I mean, these guys are super quick and fast. They're just, yeah. So that's going to pose a problem for Purdue. And my issue, I'm a Purdue grad, but I have an issue with the fact that we're a pretty soft team outside of a few players, and McNeese State is not afraid to mix it up. So I'm feeling pretty good about that one. I don't know that Yale is going to beat Texas A&M. I was kind of shooting for the stars in that. Who do you got in the Yale? Who do you got in the Yale Texas A&M game? Look up your bracket.
Oh, I got Yale. I've got Yale also losing to Auburn in the Sweet 16.
Oh, so we're on the same wavelength. We could be way off though, Michael.
Do you have Grand Canyon making it far though?
No, they're. I have. I mean, I'm not making picks just for the fun of it, Michael.
No, I'm not. I was looking like, I was reading like the ESPN. I was seeing like who they.
I have them beating Maryland.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, obviously I do too. I guess the way that I did my bracket was, I didn't care about I looked at, of course, the ESPN preview for every single game because I haven't seen every team. I don't think anybody has, unless they're lying. I looked at the teams they beat and when they lost, how bad did they lose to those big teams. Look at you. I didn't care about the analytics. I looked at like who have they played? Do they have any what do the ESPN say about like how they played? How they can scrap it up? I like the way Grand Canyon and Yale play, according to what ESPN told me. If that helps you.
Right. Yeah, and they have a really good record. I'm trying to find a game instead of just watching commercials on the side TV here. Gonzaga's going to end this with a 21-point victory over Georgia. You're a Georgia man. Does that surprise you at all?
No, I watched Georgia a couple of times this year. They were not a good basketball team.
You're not impressed by them?
Never been impressed by them. Not this year.
Well, that seems like a bigger victory than what I would have expected. I think Tennessee's just about ready to tip off here. So I'm excited.
Finally.
Yeah. Tennessee, again, I said earlier, seems like a super hot team, a dangerous team. I think I'm going to pull this up real quick. It doesn't even have to be quick. By the way, folks, my normal co-host on What Just Happened, this isn't technically What Just Happened, allegedly is going to call in video chat from a March Madness party. So I'm hoping that happens. Okay, so behind the camera, we're going to have Yale versus Texas A&M. So I'll give a little commentary on that when that's happening. On the TV that you can see in my screen, we're going to have Tennessee Wofford. I do want to keep an eye on that because Tennessee, I feel like, is one of the hottest teams in the nation. I want to bring up my bracket and see where I had the Volunteers.
Wofford has 4 guards playing. They're all 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", and 6'6".
Geez, I just said it and I forgot. I have Tennessee playing Duke in the Final Four. That's how much faith I have in the Volunteers that they're one of the hottest teams in the nation. I saw them in the SEC tournament. I'm like, this team's legit. Another
team that I like is Kentucky. I'm gonna tell you
Kentucky,
why. I think I think like every year, like John Calipari had like a really good team and didn't do anything within the tournament. I'm interested to see how this new coach does in the tournament. I want to see how he does. I think Kentucky could be a sneaky team that no one's talking about just because they don't have Coach Cal. I think it could be really fun for them.
And obviously, I mean, Kentucky's. I'm going to pull them up real quick. Let's see what Kentucky's. Are you cutting me off?
It's wide open 3-0. That was quick.
Yeah, it's Tennessee, bro. Hold on.
No, good Lord.
I want to pull up Kentucky. Kentucky was 22-11. Obviously, a 1-game losing streak because they didn't win the SEC title, but their loss was to Missouri. So let's see. Kentucky lost by 16 to Auburn. They beat Oklahoma by 1. They lost by 13 to Alabama. This is towards the end of the season.
Right.
Notable wins. Kentucky beat Tennessee by 11.
Oh.
They beat Tennessee
like 3 times, though.
They beat Tennessee twice this season, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from with Kentucky. I don't see them making a major run. Not a major run. I think I have Kentucky getting to the Sweet 16 and losing to Tennessee. Even though they beat Tennessee twice this year, it's hard to beat a team 3 times, especially at that level.
Wofford is 1-4 in the tournament, and their only win came. They actually won a game in 2019, which I did not know.
Who'd they beat? Look that up.
Great point. Let me see. It just said it too. I didn't even see the team that played. Wofford,
let's find out.
2019.
Seton Hall. They beat Seton Hall in 2019. Even though I'm twice your age, I'm quicker at technology than you. I have 2 announcements. I have okay. I have 2 announcements to make. One, my bookie. If you're going to gamble on the tournament, it is our sponsor. We do appreciate if you use our promo code 12OZ Sports, all capital letters, no spaces. You will get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. It does help grassroots sports, so much appreciated. And we are a ticket broker. If you want to go to the tournament games, please use it. I don't remember the second point I wanted to make. So we're going to try to get the Falcon on here soon. We're going to get at least to halftime of the Tennessee game. We're going to try to go to about 8 o'clock. Does that sound good to you, Michael?
Yeah, it works for me.
Who knows? We might even go later. I mean, we'll see.
By the way.
I know what the other announcement. I know what the other announcement is I want to make. Folks, if you're watching, please chime in. We want you to participate in this conversation. If you're watching us on YouTube or X, aka formerly known as Twitter, leave us a comment. You two are ugly. I don't care what the comment is. But if you do want to participate in the conversation, we'd love to hear who you have winning. I have Duke. He has Duke. I have Duke with an asterisk. I didn't explain the asterisk earlier, but I don't know if Cooper Flagg is going to be 80%, 90%, 100%, 60%. Now, Duke is one of the deepest teams in the country by far, but I think that team goes through Cooper Flagg. So, I mean, what's done is done. I picked Duke in my bracket. I can't go back on that. But I put an asterisk because if I get that wrong, I'm going to use that excuse. That Hey,
I have good news.
Go ahead.
I I screenshot on Monday at 10:00 a.m. I have these screenshots of me giving like my best bets for round one.
Okay.
So far, of two that have been played, I said Gonzaga would beat Georgia. That one. I said Montana, Wisconsin over 149.5. They got to 151. And that ended up getting up to 152.5. So that was interesting how that worked. I also have Norfolk State plus 28.5 against Florida. I know it's seems like a loser bet, but it's going to happen.
Against who? Florida?
Yeah.
You might not get that one. You might not get that one. Florida's been rickrolling. I think Florida beat Auburn. Florida. I think Florida beat Auburn or somebody by 20. Surely, don't call me Shirley. They're going to beat.
I just told you Auburn's not a good team from what I saw today. They're not the best team.
Stop it. Okay. Auburn's a good team. You are of the younger generation.
3-pointer by Wofford.
You are the younger generation where you see something bad and you're like, oh, this team sucks. No, they don't suck.
Well,
they're the number one overall for a reason.
I've got Yale over Texas A&M. I've got Iowa State over Lipscomb, which I love that name, and Michigan State over Bryant.
That's a great name, Lipscomb. We have Tennessee leads 8-6 early on. Looks like a bucket, but they're going to wave it off. Wofford's kind of hanging in there. We're 4 minutes in. I know it's early, but
replay.
You could see right to the right of my head is the Wofford Tennessee match. Let's see. We've had have we had more than one upset today? Not really.
Wow, 1.5 upsets. Is that fair?
Wisconsin took care of business over Montana, 85-66. BYU.
Hey, shout out Cody Jansen, Montana Grizz.
Yeah. Okay. Houston kicked the crap out of Southern Illinois, Edwardsville, which is a weird name. Gonzaga blew out Georgia. I don't think a lot of people saw that. McNeese State beat Clemson by 2, even though they held a plus 20 advantage in the second half. Purdue struggled at times. My Boilermakers, where I graduated from, they struggled at times. They ended up winning by 12, but they showed a lot of weakness that I already knew existed, but people that may not have watched every Purdue game like I have just discovered they have a lot of weaknesses. It's not the same team from last year that made the title. I just
have a thought on, you mentioned Braden Smith, I think his name is earlier. You mentioned those fast guards at McNeese. I really like the way Braden Smith played in the second half, late in the game. Now, granted, a lot of those were the offensive rebounds by Heidi, and then the team couldn't defend the pick and roll. But I actually did like the way he played under pressure. But I do think McNeese is going to turn it up even more than the other team they played today did. So.
Well, I swear people are going to call me crazy, but Braden Smith may be the next John Stockton. I mean, he's not going to
like him a lot.
He's not going to average 20 in the NBA points, but he could average very easily 14, 15 assists a game. He's so good at the pick and roll, and his slippery little passes to the center or the picker is just really good. Really good. I got a text. It might be the Falcon. I don't know why he's texting me pictures of food. Like, are you joining the network or not?
Thank you for the update, Falcon.
Like, I sent him the studio link to join us via your March Madness party, and all he sent me was a picture of asparagus and mini potatoes.
What a party! Good Lord. I'm gonna tweet out the video, like this Twitter thing, and try to get some more folks in here.
Yeah. Okay. So
I saw reports that Cooper Flagg had no pain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, did you see Cooper Flagg's injury? It looked pretty brutal.
I mean, sure, but what was the injury? Just tell me.
Oh, severe sprained. I thought it was a severe sprained ankle. It might have just been a regular sprained ankle. So Michael, real quick.
Oldest foot.
Yeah, real quick, in case the Falcon joins us from his March Madness party, I want to see this indoor bar anyway. He might give us a tour of the house. Coming up in about 11 minutes, we'll talk about it. I'm going to do a little announcing here. Not announcing, but I'll just keep you guys informed. Arkansas, Kansas. That should be an interesting game. Yeah.
Coach Cal.
Yeah, Coach Calipari. Going against an old foe, but from a new team. The one I'm super interested in is Yale, Texas A&M. Michael and I both have Yale winning that. We could be crazy because Texas A&M
Illuminati, baby, believe in it. Believe in it.
Texas A&M's favored by 7.5, so we took a major risk. Although I wonder what McNeese State, how much of an underdog they were in that game. I bet you it was more than 7.5, and they won.
Oh, I wish I could.
And then another upset I have, Drake in Missouri tip off at 7:35. Then we'll be off the air for the rest of the games. I mean, San Diego, Michigan don't play till 10. I might be sound asleep, but no, I'm not going to be asleep. I'll be awake. I'm drinking the Guinness tonight. I'm drinking the Creature.
I'm surprised High Point was only 7.5. Oh, McNeese was also 7.5 against Clemson. Hey, look what it is!
Oh, there he is. The one and only Falcon, live from the March Madness party.
Hi, y'all.
Can we see this indoor? Can we see this?
Well, it's a tiny party. It's actually only 15 people or so.
Oh, tiny. Give me a break.
Wait, is Mickey
15
Mouse
people
on
in the bottom of the house. Are we kidding?
Is Mickey Mouse on the air here?
Wow.
So that's dumb. So you're in Michigan at a March Madness party. Michigan doesn't tip off for 3 more hours. What kind of state of mind are you people going to be in time that game tips up?
I have no idea. You know what? I did mess up, and I did not bring my headset, and I can't really hear you. So.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. Doesn't work that way. So I'm just going to walk around and find my headset. And I apologize for the live viewers.
I thought he didn't bring it.
Talk amongst yourselves.
We'll take you off the air. He said so he said he didn't bring his headset, but then he said, I'm gonna walk around and look for my headset.
It's all in the you gotta think. He makes you think about life, you know. Little did you know. That was a good shot by the Wofford player.
Did you find it?
Not yet.
Oh
how did you hear that? You said you couldn't hear us.
I can hear you if I put the phone up to my ear.
Nice eardrum, loser.
Hey, we'll take you off. Go find your headset. We'll take you off the screen real quick.
Well, somebody's being kind of aggressive over there, and I think the next time I see him, I'm going to go ahead and land a fucking right hook on his jaw.
Oh, jeez. What just happened?
What just
happened? Sorry, Michael, but wow.
Hey, Falcon, we'll let you find your headset, and then we'll bring you back on screen once you
no worries. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Eardrum is my favorite part.
He's one of a kind. He's sticking the camera right in his ear. Tennessee just scored again, but it's 10-6. They're not really pulling away from Wofford. Just under 14 minutes to go in the first half.
You said Wofford wasn't bad.
They're not bad. I watched their one of my best friends was at their conference title game because he recently moved to Asheville. And you know what? Wofford's got some really good 3-point shooters. I mean, they could make they just scored 13-8. You can see it in my screen there.
13.
I'm sorry, 10-8. 10-8.
Yeah, but their first 2 shots for Wofford, I believe, were 3-pointers. Oh, can't leave them open. Wow.
Well, Wofford's got a lot of really good shooters. Yeah, we just saw it in my screen now, what you're talking about.
Well, you called it. So.
Yeah. Let's let Falcon left the studio. I think he's going to look for his headset. Maybe he won't come back. We don't know. We never know what's going on. We never know what's going on with this guy. But let me and Michael kind of catch our breath. Yeah, let us catch our breath. I gotta pour another beer. We got about an hour in us. We're waiting for what game were we gonna wait for? Arkansas, Kansas.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, we're waiting for the Arkansas, Kansas
5
to tip
minutes.
off. There's all kinds of games going on. This is the best time of the year. I love it. Dickie V was right. This is the greatest sporting event ever.
Baby!
Please don't leave us. I see we have viewers. Please chime in, YouTube or X. We want to know, who did you pick to win the title? I want to kind of see how many people actually went with Duke, who went with Florida. You could have picked Houston is a good pick. I don't think Auburn's a good pick now. You might be regretting if you picked them because they did have an injury today. But yeah, this is the March Madness live look-in via what just happened with the normal show on Thursdays. Michael and I will be right back. Stay tuned. About 60 seconds. We'll be right back.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Pull up a gram like an exam.
Oh, we missed a lot since the commercial. We missed a lot. You texted me privately. Michael, you know we have a backstage chat we could use.
That is true.
We lost the Falcon. I don't know where he went. I thought he was going to try to find his headset, and he disconnected. So we'll see if we can get him back in. I wanted to see this home bar wherever he's at. So you texted me while we were in the break. Wofford gave up 3 straight middies by Tennessee. It's 17-8. 2 straight. Okay. So Tennessee's maybe pulling away right here. We're almost at tip for Arkansas, Kansas. I'm actually really looking forward to that game. I think that's going to be a really good game. Kansas isn't as overpowering as they used to be. That's in Providence, so both teams had to travel a bit. The winner of that takes on St. John's versus Omaha. The winner of
good luck.
Yeah, St. John's is really good. So I want to pull up St. John's. Oh, come on. These sites and their pop-ups, dude.
Look at this Battle of Legends graphic they have. 875 wins for John Calipari, 831 for Bill Self.
Oh, yeah, we're watching it on the Arkansas-Kansas. Yeah, that's tournament wins. Both have 57, Calipari and Bill Self.
Combined 10 Final Fours.
Final Fours has more, Calipari 6-4.
6-4,
Titles,
yeah.
Bill Self has more, 2-1. So, yeah, I mean, huge names in the coaching business there taking on each other. St. John's, interesting enough, Michael, St. John's lost to Georgia November 24th by 3.
Well,
I know I know things changed during the season, but Georgia just got rolled. Now, St. John's did beat Creighton in the conference title by 16. So, I mean, how do you even make heads or tails of this?
I guess it shows me, I guess, Creighton might not be as good as us. But then again, Creighton, I guess it's more impressive they actually stayed within 16.
Missed the point. Yeah, I think you missed the point, young fella. You can't judge a team by one game. We're seeing some crazy out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like Creighton staying within 16 gives me more heart with that Auburn game now.
Yeah, so Arkansas just dunked to open the game. 34 seconds in, we have an Arkansas dunk. They lead 2-0. Tennessee's kind of flexing their muscle a little bit against Wofford. Folks, we want you to chime in on YouTube or X. We want to know who you picked for the championship. I feel like probably, Mike, if you can look it up, I wonder what percentage of brackets online have Duke winning it all?
25% when I checked it today on ESPN.
Okay, you did check it. What were the other teams? What were the other major teams that were being picked? Florida
and St. John. I think Florida's like 20, and then St. John's is at like 17 or something like that.
All right, we have a special guest. There he is.
He's very special.
Hey!
This is my normal co-host on Thursday nights. What just happened? Mr. Falcon, you're partying in Michigan. The game doesn't tip off till 10. Are you guys even going to be coherent by the Michigan tip-off?
I believe we will be. All indications are yes at this point. Yes, that would be my statement.
So I don't know what the conversation is at your March Madness party. And before you go, I do want to see this awesome bar that was built. So Michigan plays UC San Diego, who is no slouch, my friend.
Correct.
They were 30-4 in the Big West. They've won 15 games in a row.
Correct. They actually have the longest winning streak in Division I college basketball at this point, right?
I knew my brother would bring some stats.
That's right.
And knowing that McNeese State just took down Clemson, how worried is the crowd right now for Michigan? Because I know you're at the home of probably one of the biggest Michigan fans I've met in person. Are you worried?
I'm not worried because I don't give a shit. I mean, I'll ask.
I'm not asking if you're worried.
I don't know. I mean, I'll ask one of my Michigan somebody that actually supports U of M here. So, what do you think about Michigan's chances?
They cover.
They cover. All right.
They're 2.5 point favorites.
2.5 point favorites. They cover. That's
okay,
what we're hearing here at the party.
I love it. So, what'd they say?
Size. There's nobody above 6'8" on the other team.
Did you hear that? Yeah, he said they're going to win because of size, because they don't have a player above 6'8" on the other team.
That's a good stat to have. That's a good stat to have because Michigan is long and lengthy.
Correct.
Yep.
Falcon, they do definitely have them in size.
Falcon, we just want to know because Michael and I both have the same team in the winning the championship. Who do you have? Did you fill out a bracket first of all?
I did.
Okay.
Oops. I did fill out one, and I do have Florida winning it.
Florida. Oh,
wow.
That's a common pick. Michael, Michael, the stat you looked up before Falcon joined us, was that the most picked team?
Yeah, it was Duke.
Duke was the most picked team. 25% of all brackets picked them.
Well, let me tell you, I don't even have Duke in the Final Four. So,
Oh,
yeah. I have a 7 seed in the Final Four. I believe I have BYU in the Final Four. Yeah, buddy.
No, if you have a 7 seed at St. Mary's, BYU is the 6th seed.
St. Mary's is a good one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like the Gales, man.
Are you certain it's a 7 seed?
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God, he's freezing up on us.
What finger is that?
I just asked a question. I said, so I was trying to find my brackets, and again, I'm on a web browser, so I have to use my web browser on my phone to look at my brackets to look what I actually picked.
Yeah, let me ask you: are you certain it's a 7 seed?
No, it's not. I don't know. I have no idea, and I'm just trying to find it.
Much like
real quick, and
much like when we're at a concert, I'm going to tell you the same thing. You're moving around too much. You're freezing up on us because the satellites can't keep up with you. You're the only human being I know that moves quicker than satellites. You're all over the map. So you have completely frozen on us, but I wanted to see this indoor bar that you've been talking about. Look at him. He's completely frozen.
No, I'm here. I have to switch. It's a browser thing again. So as an IT guy, y'all don't understand this. When you switch tabs like that, and you're trying to use the other tab to try to find something, and you're using
don't try to find anything. You don't need to find anything. It's okay. You have no pressure tonight. You just get the party at a March Madness party. You don't have to worry. We want to see the indoor bar. Is what we want to see.
Move his camera to the big camera. There we go.
Say hi to the show.
What's happening?
Say hi, everybody.
Who are we saying hi to?
12 Ounce Sports, and just say hi to them.
Let's go, Sandy.
Several hundred. There's at least several hundred people watching you right now. So you know.
No, he's right. He's right.
I'm right. I know I'm right. No, there's several hundred for sure. So if you look at the bar, wait, this is just up here. Yeah, then you go down here, and you got that, right?
Is this somebody's house?
Yes. Now look, there's the mini keg right there, and then the mini fridge, and you got a mini TV. Then you go over here to this area, and you got the 1, 2, 3 TVs over here. Then you go over here. Hey, here's where the gamble guy is gonna love this. Guess what's on tap?
Oh dear God, I'm in heaven.
Dude, tell me this place is epic. Other than this.
I'll be there. No, go back to the Guinness draft. I'll be there in 3.5 hours. Keep it cold.
Here, go blue. That's Andy's wife, Jerry.
Yeah, I recognize.
You recognize her from the hockey game. Yeah, Jeff said he'll be here for that. He'll be here in 3.5 hours for this.
Perfect. Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. Gamble guy. Like I said.
All right. Let's hear it from the crowd. Who's everybody rooting for tonight?
Well, who do you think they're rooting for?
I could kind of see it. It threw up.
Yeah, everybody's rooting for U of M, except for this guy right here. He's a fellow Buckeye.
Oh,
yeah, one Buckeye out of 2 Buckeyes, I guess. So, yeah.
Who's gonna win the whole thing?
Oh wait, there he goes.
Woo! Ask who's gonna win the whole thing.
All right, Falcon. Falcon's got Florida winning the whole thing. All right, Falcon. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Oh wait, before we go, we gotta say hi to the host.
Hello.
Say hi to several hundred people that are watching right now.
What's going on, guys? Trying to get dinner ready.
Yep, as you guys all saw. So, all right.
Let the man work. All right, Falcon. Thanks for calling in. Usually we do our What Just Happened on Thursday nights. We're having a good time with March Madness. You have a good night, sir. Go blue. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's a Michigan party. I have to.
It's go blow.
Go blow. All right, brother.
Michael, good to see you, buddy.
Go Falcons.
There we go. This guy's a nut job.
Oh,
you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Michael, I'm going to pull me up on the big screen. There we go. Falcon joined us live. What were you going to say?
Arkansas is giving Kansas a hard time right now.
Yeah, so on the screen by my head, we got Tennessee's up 26-16. Make that 13, 29-16 with 6:40 to go in the first half. I'm going to be like politics. We'll pretend we're CNN during election night. We're going to go ahead and call it for Tennessee.
Wofford looks like they're overmatched.
There's no way in hell Wofford's winning that game. I'm sorry. All right, folks, we're going to task the viewers. We're going to take our last break, and then we're going to do a 35-minute stretch, 40-minute stretch till the end. We're going to go to 8 p.m. We're tasking the viewers. We need at least 5 of you to chime in on YouTuber X. We see you watching. Let us know who you're picking because, and Michael, look it up during the break. I want to see. So you found out 25% of all brackets pick Duke. I want to see the breakdown if we can find it. I'm guessing maybe 10%, 15% Florida. Who do you think? There's probably some outliers. Maybe Auburn, maybe St. John's, maybe Houston. I just want to see the breakdown. But let's do a quick break because I got to catch my breath.
Oh.
You don't want me to go to break, babe?
No. Okay. I'm trying to look this up.
We got to pay the bills. We'll be right back. 60 seconds. Hold on.
BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12-ounce sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 120Z and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Pull up a rap like the All
right, cut the music. Did you find what I tasked you with? I want to know who is the most picked teams to win the title.
I'm texting you. This is according to NCAA.com.
Okay, so we know 25% of all brackets pick Duke.
Well, I think it's according to NCAA. Theirs had 30%.
Okay, so we have 30.97% pick Duke of all brackets selected. Florida 17.5%. Auburn 8.8. Houston 7.29. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about. Let's look at the outliers here. Now I want to see what people picked to win the title, and I want viewers to chime in. This is interesting. Tennessee is only at 3.56%. That surprises me. They're very hot. I think we're going to halftime there, maybe. Arkansas leads Kansas 12-9. Michigan State, almost 5% of brackets picked Michigan State to win the title. St. John's, 4.38%. Tennessee, I already mentioned. Alabama. Then we go under 2%. Kentucky, Gonzaga, Texas Tech. Wisconsin. There's actually brackets that have Wisconsin winning the title, which is interesting because Wisconsin has historically been like a grinded out type basketball team, very sluggish, physical. They average almost 80 points a game. I've never seen that.
Kansas tied it. Wow. That's crazy.
Kansas can play basketball, my friend.
Well,
They're the higher seed.
They were down 14-9 and finally tied it.
Yeah, it's 14 all, under 14 minutes ago in the first half. Tennessee leads 30-18 over Wofford. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first half on that one. We should look into some. So I have some futures. I just went out on a limb. Do you have any future bets, Michael?
Duke. Huh.
No, futures. Did you predict the champion on a betting platform ahead of time?
I did not. I'm not cool.
I did. I'm going to break them down for you. This is wild.
Let's do it.
I mean, I don't know that any of them are going to hit. You know what I mean? But you got to go for broke, right? So I'm going to pull these up real quick. You're going to laugh at some of these, but I mean, it's
oh, Lord.
St. John's, $5 to win 165.
Ooh.
Arkansas, $5 to win $4,255.
Wow.
Arkansas.
They look good.
New Mexico, $5 to win $5,005. What do you think of those?
Now, why are
bets?
they so close to Arkansas? That's weird.
Because they're good. That's why.
Wow.
Yale, since you like Yale, was the same odds as New Mexico. Arkansas was slightly better odds than New Mexico and Yale, if that puts it in perspective for you. St. John's was like, I want to say 12th or 13th or 14th best odds to win the title.
And how much are you getting from that 5 to win what for those St. John's?
165.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. I like the futures, and you got to go for broke, you know, if you have extra money in your account. Again,
Yale's playing against Texas A&M right now. It just started.
It just kicked off. Okay, we might switch to that on the screen in my window. We might switch to that one. You have to go for broke when you're betting futures. I mean, what do you want to bet $5 today to win $10 in a month from now? Nobody wants to do that, right? So
absolutely. Well, especially in March Madness. I mean, St. John's, that to me is incredible value, considering they're like a high seed that has real potential to win. Oh, that's pretty good.
All right, so we have Yale going on. I'm going to put that in my view, my screen. I'd rather watch that one anyway, right?
Than Tennessee Wofford, yeah.
Now, keep an eye. Again, I can't remember his name, but he's number 4 for Yale, and he's a lefty. And this dude can shoot the lights out. He's like Jimmy Chitwood reincarnated.
Jimmy Chitwood.
You know what that's from, huh?
I do not.
It's from Hoosiers, the movie Hoosiers.
Never saw it.
You didn't know that? Michael, Falcon and I usually do a what are you drinking? I got the Creature, the Guinness. What do you have?
The FedEx water, the holy water.
You call it the holy water. I call it the contaminated water. Let's get them on the big screen. Oh, yes! Big gusto. Big gusto.
And now I quit that job, so I'm good.
I'm showing me on the big screen because I have the scores up. I'm not trying to, and I have a game in the image. I'm not trying to diminish Michael's importance. Hey, while we're here, I'd like to point out we are on Roku and Fire TV also, and some of our talk shows air live on X. But check us out, Roku and Fire TV. Download the apps. I'm burping because I have the Guinness burps.
Rome, oh, nice 3. Rome did a good job on the show today.
Coach Rome is awesome. I love his show. He does a very good job. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right.
Yale, the Bulldogs, the Yale Bulldogs are, I believe they're Bulldogs, right?
Yeah, it's the usual time we go off air for what just happened. Do you want to stick with it, or you want to call it a day?
Yes. I just want to keep on. I want to see if Kansas and Arkansas or Yale, Texas A&M gives us any cool stuff.
some cool stuff like playing basketball. Yeah. All right,
A&M's coming out firing.
I'll pour another Guinness if I have to. It's fine with me.
Oh, there's number. Oh, I thought he was gonna shoot it.
Arkansas,
Dude,
Kansas
shooting threes like crazy.
Arkansas, Kansas is at a timeout. What's the score? Let's look it up.
16-15 Razorbacks.
16-15. Tennessee leads Wofford 33-24. Yale early. Oh nope, Texas A&M took the lead. Yeah, I was hanging in there. In the other game, Michael, that I'm really interested in is Drake and Missouri. I think the rest of the games, Utah State could probably give UCLA I don't think the Michigan San Diego State's going to be, or not San Diego State, but Michigan UC San Diego. I don't think it's going to be as compelling as people think it is. And when Falcon joined us from his party, they said it was a 2.5 point spread. It's lowered. It's 1.5 point spread now. Which
are you saying hammer the Wolverines?
It kind of scares me that it lowered to 1.5. That means a lot of money was going on UC San Diego, but Michigan
hammer the Wolverines.
Michigan won the Big Ten title. Like, really? We're expecting a major upset there. I mean, 12 versus 5. We've already had an upset tonight. 12 versus 5. So
slow start for Yale defensively. 9-5. I think they called a timeout.
Yeah, timeout in the action there. Michael, you might have to hold the fort down. I may have to use the restroom.
Oh, that's why you wanted to go. That's okay.
Yeah, we have about 28 minutes left in the live look-in NCAA. So hopefully you all have a bracket, and hopefully you're all doing good. We haven't had any games finish since we went live. But I am quite proud of the fact that
Gonzaga beat Georgia, but we didn't catch the beginning of that one, so that's...
I am quite proud that I'm in a bracket challenge with Philly Pete's group from 12 on Sports. There's a little over 100 people in it, and I'm at 100%. So I'm tied for first.
Wow.
And then I'm in a work one with 43 people, and I'm hanging tough right now. I'm 60 points, and the top team's got 80 points. They have Houston. A lot of people ahead of me have Houston and Florida winning. I have Duke winning. So if Duke won the title, I would probably overtake them. So
let's go.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm hanging in there.
This Kansas-Arkansas game is the best game we got going on right now, looks like.
Oh, by far. Yeah. And it was going to be two legendary coaches, two capable teams. They can make a run in the tournament for sure. Kansas not as dominant as they've been in the past.
They tied it up 16-all.
It should be a fun finish at the end of that one.
Yeah, gonna go all night, baby.
How soon do you think Falcon will even make it to the Michigan game? He's at a Michigan party. You think he will even make it to tip off at 10?
Yeah, they seem pretty level-headed. I think they're waiting for that moment, actually.
Producer Joe said, Philly Pete has a bracket contest. How was I not told about this? Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right. Yeah, Joe's growing on me. Joe's growing on me. I kind of like that comment.
That was funny.
I'm gonna leave it up.
Someone's got to make fun of the guy left.
You're starting to sound like Falcon.
That's why I did that.
Yeah, Joe, I don't know why Pete didn't invite you to his contest.
Jeez. We're tied at 19-19. What a game.
Oh, you are ahead of me. I'm watching the shot right now. That's a nice shot, too. What are you watching on? And what's your cable service? I mean, I've asked you 5 times.
Xfinity.
Xfinity?
Yeah, Comcast Xfinity, yeah.
Who the hell pays for that? How much you pay for that a month?
Not me.
$6,000?
Well, it used to be that, I think.
Let me see if I can catch up. How much time's left in the game right now?
10:02, 10:01, 10 minutes.
you're 8 seconds ahead of me. I'm on YouTube TV.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube TV. I don't know what to tell you, but
well, all like those Hulu's and YouTube TVs and all that stuff are usually like 8 seconds behind. I don't know why.
Yeah, because they're not traditional cable; they're streaming.
It's not terrible though.
Yale's about to F up our brackets, bro, because they're not looking like they can even hang with Texas A&M, which is kind of a little bit shocking.
A&M is pushing the pace, and that's what's concerning me.
It's a nice, a little fadeaway by the Yale center. Yeah, the Yale is in trouble. That was a bad pick. All right, I'll admit it. That was a bad pick.
I don't know. I think a lot of people probably had Yale on that one.
I don't know about a lot of people. I mean, you paint a broad picture often.
Well, I just saying it feels good, you know. It's like it's a coping mechanism. A lot of people had that. We're good. We're good.
Who, if you had to pick a sleeper to get to the Final Four, somebody outside the norm, who do you think you would pick? Not somebody you have on your bracket, but just. You know, if you didn't have to wager money or you didn't have to be held to your feet to the fire, who do you think would have been your sleeper to get to the Final Four?
Grand Canyon?
No, you think dude, why are you so in love with Grand Canyon? You're trying to get a degree? I would applaud you. I would.
Are they from Christian school?
As your stepdad, I would applaud you going to Grand Canyon, but
I love it. Aren't they like some Christian school they always advertise on the TV?
Oh, I saw a tweet about religious schools, and Grand Canyon was one of them mentioned. Yeah. But so you don't have one, I guess.
Let me look through these. Not High Point. I like McNeese. I ain't gonna lie. Their defense was, again. People don't understand when you switch from a 2-3 zone to a man-to-man like 3 times in one possession. That's mad impressive, and that's mad good coaching. I'm talking
Final Four forever,
McNeese!
Ever.
McNeese!
To the Final Four?
Did you see what they did to Clemson in the first half? They were nasty.
Clemson. Now they got to get through Purdue, Houston, or Gonzaga, Tennessee, or Kentucky. You think they're going to run that gambit? I'll give you my sleeper, Arizona.
Wow.
They have kind of an easy path to the Final Four if they could get there. They play Akron. Then they're going to play the winner of Oregon Liberty. They're going to play the winner of Duke or Baylor, and Duke's a little banged up.
Oh.
If they make it that far, they have Alabama, St. Mary's, Wisconsin, or maybe BYU.
I feel like St. Mary's is
I feel like Arizona's got the path now that Cooper Flagg's hurt. I really do.
God, you keep saying that. St. Mary's, or I think St. Mary's is my second one. St. Mary's or who did I just say? Or McNeese. I think St. Mary's or McNeese.
That's not a St. Mary's. St. Mary's is not a bad pick. Let's pull them up real quick. They
were like Sweet 16 last year and they led Alabama.
That's a good point. Yes. Let's look at their schedule. St. Mary's schedule. They were 28-5. Let's see if they played anybody big. They did beat the MAC champion by 20. They beat Nebraska only by 3.
Ugh.
Oh my God. Dude, they beat USC, a Big Ten team, 71-36. That's embarrassing. Somehow they lost to Arizona State, though. That kind of bothers me.
Yale's getting their butts kicked, by the way.
They had to beat Texas San Antonio in overtime, which is weird.
Oh.
Yeah, St. Mary's might not be the juggernaut we thought they were. What's the Yale score? 17-7? Yeah, they're in trouble.
17-9 according to the scoreboard.
Yeah, that was a big mistake on my part.
Mine too. Kansas, but a lot of people picked Yale. No. Kansas just drew a charge going to the break. They lead by 1, 26-25. That's a heck of a game right now, dude.
Oh, that's going to be maybe the game of the night right there, Kansas, Arkansas. And I knew that. That's why I put it in the title of the show, because I had a feeling. I had Arkansas, Kansas, Drake, Missouri. I feel like Drake, Missouri is going to go down the wire too. That's why I put the titles in the show, even though we're not going to be on that late. We're going to do maybe 20 more minutes. But
well, you better stick around then.
You better stick around. We got 20 more minutes, bro. And we're running out of, I mean, aside from putting the game actually on TV, we don't want to get dinged by YouTube. I mean, Yale's hanging around though. I mean, 19-9. You're a minute ahead of me, 8 seconds. They're dropping it down low. Can't make a shot. Or wait, is Texas A&M, and I can't see it because I have it turned towards the camera. Is Texas A&M in the white or red or black?
They're in the red. Or the white.
Okay, yeah. Now Yale's hitting 3-point shots. We might be okay.
Was that number 4? I caught the tail end of that.
No, number 4 is a lefty.
I see. He's guarding the guy with the ball right now.
Yeah, number 4 is a lefty, and he's a late starter. He doesn't kick in until late in the first half, and then second half he turns it on. I'm telling you right
figure it out.
That's not him anyway that you were just talking about.
Dang. This game is terrible. Look what happens.
It's not terrible. Clemson was down 21 with 15 minutes to go, and they almost won the game. Like anything can happen in March Madness.
How was A&M good this year? Because they're a 4 seed.
I'll pull them up.
Don't you have to go to the bathroom? Oh, here's number 4. There we go. Fade away. Let's go.
Well, you keep asking me questions. Texas A&M was 22-10.
Wow.
5-5 in their last 10.
Polakaitis is his name. Good Lord. Polakaitis.
They lost to Central Florida in their opening game. They beat Ohio State, who's not very good. They lost to Oregon by 10. They beat Creighton.
Dang it.
Texas A&M beat Creighton.
How bad?
They beat Purdue by 4. All right. Texas
By
A&M
the way, our TBS feed's almost identical now. I don't know how you did that.
Creighton or Texas A&M can play basketball. They beat Purdue.
Dude, they're killing this team.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not.
This isn't lacrosse. It's not over in the first half.
Whoa. No one's ever watched lacrosse on the show.
I'm going to put you on the big screen. You interviewed a big name today. Let's talk about it.
Christian Del Bianco with the creature. That was a fun one. It was unfortunately a pre-recorded interview. I'm going back to Kansas now. That pissed me off.
Why is it unfortunate? He's busy. He's a professional lacrosse goalie.
Doesn't that suck though? Like those players still have to work day jobs. He is so good. It's unbelievable. I feel so sorry for that league.
Well, I would normally say it sucks if the league was just raking in the dough.
Yeah.
But despite the fact that they're on ESPN, I think they'd be better served being on 12 Ounce Sports. This is my personal opinion. They're averaging, what do you think the league averages per game? 7,000?
Viewers?
No, ticket sales.
Ooh, averages? I don't know. Because you got the Buffalo Bandits who have 17 or 18,000 every game. Colorado gets a big.
Buffalo skews it. I understand.
Well, Colorado and Calgary get 14,000.
Oh, really?
And then you got Halifax, who's like getting 10,000 or 9,000 a night now.
But then you have your Georgia Swarm and people like that get, 4,000 or 5,000. So,
yeah.
I mean,
Georgia
they have to have day
more.
job. They have to have day jobs because, it's just not there yet. But I've noticed Barstool Sports, Joe Rogan, everybody's talking about lacrosse now because of that fight, which is interesting because a young Michael Karvelis had the guy that sparked that fight on his show. Like we should.
Elijah Cash.
12 Ounce Sports should be bigger at this point. Producer Joe says PLL viewership continues to suffer every year, only going to help as time goes on. ESPN is huge, though. That's a good point, Joseph.
The problem with ESPN, and I have something I've noticed in this watching these games. I think a lot more people have access to CBS and obviously because it's a linear thing. But they have more. I don't think ESPN is the juggernaut people think they used to be.
Here's my message to ESPN for people like 12-ounce sports coming at you.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
ESPN is still the king, but there's a lot of people like us. Michael, I talked to you off air. We're bringing on a lot of live sports this year, new live sports, new affiliations. It's a new era in sports broadcasting. There's different people coming. There's different people coming. We've partnered with Fire It Up. We had Taylor Woods on today on our network. She won a professional women's hockey title, and she's won a professional women's bodybuilding title, and she's going to do a show on 12-ounce sports. She was on the Fire It Up live show today. We have a call tomorrow to bring on a bunch of high schools and colleges in Alabama as our broadcasting partnership. So yeah, that's, even though the NLL is on ESPN, I don't think they have the sports world by the balls like they used to.
Agree. I think people are tired. Like, I mean, maybe they're not, but I feel like the NFL and the NBA is kind of tiring people out now.
A little bit.
And I've noticed at least on social media, there's a vocal crowd that kind of, the NFL makes a bunch of money. Yeah, I get it, but it's like there's a bunch of sour fans who don't like how it is now.
Exactly.
And they're starving for sports.
Yes. Yeah. And any sport, I mean, like, that's the talk I had off air with Fire It Up. Like, people want to talk about lacrosse. People want to talk about bodybuilding. These mega sports networks only have so much time in the day, and they're going to obviously focus on the major leagues. This is where we fall into line. We're going to bring, great sports content, but maybe not the mainstream. Right now, Kansas leads 33-30. Michael's 8 seconds ahead of me, so he saw that bucket right there, that big ass.
This
dunk.
is an incredible. Like, no one's giving an inch. This is insane. Like she said, this is an insane game.
Nobody's giving an inch. That's what she says.
Come on.
Oh, I'm so glad we had the Falcon on. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a heck of a setup by that person.
So Tennessee leads 36-27 at half against Wofford. We got Texas A&M leads by 10 over Yale. That's not boding well for our bracket.
So Wofford's hanging around because I thought that game was going to get blown over, and Wofford's played pretty well. The Creature.
The Creature, the Guinness. I predict Tennessee will win that by 20. I mean, Wofford can shoot. Wofford has a lot of shooters. I just think Tennessee's going to overwhelm them. Michael, I'm going to take I'm going to quote an Irishman. I'm going to take a proper piss, mate. Do you want to take over and do a little commentary? I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't mind doing the Kansas and Arkansas commentary here. Maybe not the play-by-play. We'll see. I cannot express to people how good this game is right now. Oh, free throw. All right, 36-34. Jayhawks, Rock Chalk. I don't know where that comes from, by the way. So if you were in the comments, you have to let me know where Rock Chalk comes from. Like, why do they get that? I don't get it. But is it because it rhymes? I don't know. I think it's this game, out of all the games I've seen today, this is the best one. This is the best first half. Like, we saw some blowouts in the first half of the early games. So I like seeing this as Kansas up by 3. I want to see if any of these teams can separate themselves by the time the second half rolls around. Razorbacks have 3 players with 2 fouls each. Kansas, Harris Jr.'s got 2. The foul trouble for Arkansas, I knew I was going to miss their last names. Oh, missed 3-pointer. Good rebound. The guy split 2 defenders for the Razorbacks. That's incredible. Oh, again, no one's separating. So it's a 1-point game. Fake the logo 3. I love that. I'm coughing up a storm right now. Butterfinger. So now we're up by 1 again. Kansas up by 1. Gamble Guy, you miss it. Oh, dude, the Razorbacks player on the last possession up. Gamble Guy, welcome back.
Hey, how you doing?
He shot a 3 from the right wing and split the rebounders to grab the rebound, and now Arkansas has the lead by 1 because of his effort play. Well,
I feel like this game's going to be maybe a classic finish. It's 38-37 Arkansas, just under 4 minutes to go. Yeah.
Look what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
incredible. Kansas hits a 3. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I mean, I told people, and tell me if you agree with this, in the first few games, producer Joe answered my question. Rock Chalk Jayhawk KU is a famous chant used by, he Googled this. By KU
That's
fans.
okay.
It's derived from the limestone formations or chalk rock found on Mount Oread. Okay, I didn't know that.
Don't give him a hard time. Don't give him a hard time for Googling.
I like that.
My famous quote when I was in Ireland with my lady is she would ask me a question about Ireland, and I was driving on the right-hand side of the car, left-hand side of the road. I've never done it before, and I would look at her every time and say, "You have the world at your fingertips. It's called Google. Look it up."
Oh, jeez. No, I like that. Because I was wondering where it came from, and I was like, why? Oh, whoa, this is a play right here. What a block.
That was a bad fall by the Arkansas guy, too. He could have been seriously injured.
Well,
Producer
40-40.
Producer Joe says, never change, Michael. Never change. Never. All right, well, we're wearing down. Michael's champions Duke. I actually had Duke also, but I have an asterisk by it. Cooper Flagg is the X factor. I know Duke's very deep, but if Cooper Flagg's not 100%, they're going to run in some trouble when you get around the Elite Eight. I'm looking at their path. They're going to kill Mount St. Mary's. I don't think they're scared of Mississippi. I don't think they're scared of Mississippi State, Baylor. I don't think they're scared of Arizona or Oregon. But when they get up against, say, BYU, Wisconsin, Alabama, St. Mary's, Cooper Flagg is the difference maker in that one.
He's not.
Elite Eight. Elite Eight is where Duke's going to suffer if Cooper Flagg can't play. We went over our sleepers. I think Michael and I are wrong on our sleepers because, Yale's kind of closed the gap.
Yale's hanging around.
They've closed the gap.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Like just like with Arkansas, Kansas. First of all, I want to mention this because I didn't get to. I have not seen in any first half of these games so far a game this close, and we're getting that with Arkansas, Kansas. Just to let you know.
Yes. So Drake in Missouri tipped off. I'm going to pull that up on the screen before we go off air, if I can find it. Is it on mainstream TV?
True TV.
Oh, it is on True TV?
That's what it's set up top.
All right, let's pull. I'm going to pull it up on the screen here.
You really need to pull up Arkansas, Kansas. That's a great game.
I have it. I have the Arkansas, Kansas behind the camera.
Oh, I was like, wow. Yale went up for a block, and I don't even think he touched the rim. For a dunk, and he barely even touched the rim.
Oh, really?
Who did producer Joe have winning? Did he fill out a bracket? I got to know.
Have him reply. I don't know.
That's what I'm asking him. I was putting that in the air.
Producer Joe, did you fill out a bracket since you're chiming in, and who do you have winning it all? There we got Drake, Missouri on the screen by my head right there.
Oh, that was a great block.
You can't really see it, but, I mean, it's there.
YouTube restrictions, baby.
Yeah, we're trying to stay in compliance here.
The creature, man. Let's stay in compliance.
We got the creature.
How do you pronounce Politicus? That's a great name for the Yale number 4.
That is a great name. Folks, if you're watching this, obviously March Madness is awesome. People gamble on it. Please use my bookie. It helps grassroots sports like 12-ounce sports. We're bringing all kinds of new content and stuff like that. Use the promo code 12OZ Sports, all capital letters, no spaces. You'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. It's one of the best deposit bonuses you'll find. My bookie's pretty cool. You can use Bitcoin to deposit, which is unique. So there you go. Go ahead, Michael. I know you want to play the comments.
No, it's just you want to. I mean, you can play it. I don't care. Philly Pete did not invite me.
Producer Joe said, "Unfortunately, I did not do a bracket this year. Philly Pete did not invite me."
Oh, man, that was good.
Oh my goodness, he never disappoints. That's the thing. He never disappoints. It can be irritating at times, but Razorbacks.
Are they in the tournament?
Who?
The Buffalo women's basketball team.
Yeah, it's a MAC school. I don't know. Are they?
I don't know if they made the women. I know they didn't make the men's.
So Arkansas took the lead. We're under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
I was going to wonder, can they separate themselves, and can Yale?
Oh, big block by Arkansas. Go ahead,
dude. They've had like 10 blocks in the first half. I feel like
this is unbelievable. I'll look up the stats.
We gotta stay in the game. We gotta stay on this game. Like, we can't leave the people yet.
Nobody cares. We can leave.
I care. Imagine looking back at this 10 years from now when we're famous, and it's like, wow, we should have never came off the air, huh?
If we're famous in 10 years, we won't give two shits about this game.
It's the classic, man.
Well, your stats are inflated. Arkansas is
number 9's got a few blocks.
3 blocks.
For him or for the whole team?
The whole team. You just said they have about 10 blocks. They have 3.
I don't think they've had 10.
They have 3 blocks.
The creature is inside me. That's what she said again. My goodness.
I've been penetrated by the creature. I'm talking about Guinness, damn it. Oh, my.
Oh! That's kind of cool.
Okay.
So
all
Captain Lewis, yeah.
We're winding down.
Thanks.
We'll hold out till Kansas, Arkansas goes to halftime. Then we're gonna go off the air, Michael. I gotta,
I don't know if it can last that long. She said again.
I can go down. I have to go down to the big screen eventually.
Oh, come on.
I'm watching on small screens, bro.
Good for the people, bro.
So a minute and a half. Arkansas 43-42 over Kansas. This is good action.
Drake leads 3-2.
Oh,
Yale's climbing.
Arkansas is just hanging. Arkansas is good. I'm telling you, they can play basketball.
Yale's hanging around with the A&M Aggies.
Yeah, Yale's within 6, dude. I'm telling you, Yale's not going to go anywhere. They're smart and they have shooters.
And they devil worship.
And they actually. Honestly, Yale actually has a decent center. I was watching him in the Ivy League title. He has some funky moves. I'm going to look at Yale's schedule and see if they played any major programs early in the year and see how they fared. They lost. They only lost by 8 to Purdue. Yale did.
You love Purdue.
They lost by 3 to Minnesota. They lost by 3 to Minnesota.
What is your take on YouTube sensations Jake and Logan Paul having their own HBO Max show now?
Yale beat Akron, the MAC champion, by 16. That's significant. I mean, you just changed the subject on me. So what'd you say?
What is your take on Jake and Logan Paul having the YouTube sensations having a HBO Max show now?
I don't give a shit.
No, I don't either. I thought it was interesting.
So I guess we're on the same page.
Flap your wings.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you see the Arkansas guy go down just now?
No, I'm watching A&M and Yale.
Oh, I'm surprised he might be seriously hurt. He got ripped down to the ground.
Is he getting up?
Calipari's not happy. He got dragged down when he was going up for maybe a dunk. That should be an F1, I think. No, it's not an F1.
Oh,
it was
limping. He's limping good too.
It was body contact, but they were like fucking 12 feet in the air because these guys jump out of the gym.
How high is your vertical? I know you're a former athlete.
1.2 centimeters at my age.
I'm 2 inches. Always been. Well, she said again, but yeah.
I'm joking. I don't remember my stats when I was in college football, my vertical and stuff like that. I do know that I did jump for 2 smash winners last night in my tennis match.
Let's go.
I don't know how far off the ground I was, but
oh jeez. In the over 50 league? I'm kidding.
No. I play 18-year-olds sometimes.
That's crazy.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's go at least to halftime of Yale and Texas A&M, and then we can head off.
Michael, it's 8:00. It's my bedtime.
Who cares?
I'm just kidding. What halftime? Arkansas, Kansas?
Well, yeah, that's already at. Well, I think it's half. They got 5 seconds left. But no, Yale. God, this number 4 guy. And they're down by 7 for Yale, and they're about to take 2 free throws, maybe? Oh, they're going to timeout. Man, just forget it. Just wrap it up. Forget it.
Yeah, I mean, how much time is left in that game? First half.
2:40, I think. So it's going to take a while.
First half isn't as bad as second half, honestly.
That's a good point.
I'm just running low on beer.
It's going to show it on your screen right here in a minute. I don't feel like looking it up. Oh, come on.
San Diego, Michigan at 10 p.m. is hilarious because Yale's got 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Yeah, we're not going to wait that long.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's funny that Falcon called in at a Michigan party and they don't tip off till 10 and everybody looked like they were drinking heavily already.
Did they?
Yeah.
The one guy looked like...
Did you see the bar?
Yeah, the one Buck guy looked like he was about ready to fall out of his chair.
He didn't look happy, Michael. And you know what? That's a message for all you young people. Happiness is a state of mind. It's not a condition.
Well, way to end it.
That's a good way to end it. You can choose to be happy. You can choose not to be happy.
Okay.
I choose to be happy. Michael, stay backstage. What just happened? This was March Madness Live Look-In. March Madness is upon us. Go Dukies, because both of us have them winning in our brackets, so we kind of need it. We kind of need this, man. All right, Michael, I'll see you backstage. Peace.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest